mentioned too is you like to watch shifts, games, and all that. Are you big? I know the playoffs are going on right now, but are you big on watching your own shifts and maybe old hockey games or highlight clips?
Yeah. So I obviously with quarantine, not a lot to do. I've probably watched the majority of the NHL playoffs. Learned so much from watching pro guys like that, and you really see you can really break down their games. You focus on one player for a night, and you can really just see what some of these top guys in the leagues do to make them so successful. And for me personally, like I said, I like to watch a lot of video. I don't like to overanalyze to the point where I drive myself crazy, but I'll play a game and or maybe I'll play a Saturday game, we got Sunday off. I'll really go through my shifts and make little notes. Make if I have a question, our coaching staff's great. We can come in with we just bring our the time of the clip in. We can go over that and they can explain it. Or there's different things I might say like, oh, what could I have done differently here? Why did this lead to a goal? Or what could have led to a goal in this situation? So yeah, I really like to utilize technology these days and it's at the end of our fingertips. So I mean just taking advantage of that. Like I said, any little thing that can make you better as an athlete and as a player is so imperative at this level.
Yeah. Can you share, maybe within this playoffs that's going on right now, or even previously any old game clips? Can you it's not even comparing yourself to a player, but what's one or two things that you've learned just from watching, like little things from your college experiences now to guys that you're watching in the NHL or in the pros or in these highlights?
I think it's not even necessarily the speed of the game or anything. It's just their how smart and how their IQ, like how they make decisions out there and the different decisions they make. You see a guy make a play and you're like, I wouldn't even like you see it when you're watching the game on TV, but you're thinking like, and if you put yourself in that scenario, like, would I even have saw that play? Like, so I think learning from those guys and just watching the different things they do on the ice is it's incredible, honestly, to see some of these plays that they do and translating that and trying to instill that in your brain to try and put that into your hockey IQ assets.
Exactly how I would teach it and do is what I say is don't just watch what just happened on that clip of that turnover or why that goal was scored. Put yourself in that player's skates, in their mindset of what they're seeing. If they're going back for a puck, you got to put yourself in their shoes going back for that puck and feeling the pressure of that guy coming to crush you with a big body check of how you'll evade that and get away and
Yeah.
escape with the puck on your stick or with puck control. Um, so one of the most important things is how they should do it. And not that kids or players or parents are supposed to know that how to do that, but that's just like a simple detail of what type of mindset you should be having to learn how to get better. It's not just watching, oh, that guy made a nice backhand pass to the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
It's not just like that. It looks like that and it looks great, but you gotta put yourself in that player. Also, too, as you mentioned, the gaining knowledge. Can you talk about anything on the education side or even I guess the SAT being really important for these young players from the ages of say 14, 15, 16 all the way right up into college, their college years?
Yeah, for sure. I think for me personally, I was I was lucky enough. I was pretty granted in school. I did well through high school, and I put in the time though. I did lots of homework. I got good grades, and it pays off. I don't think many parents and young kids going through high school realize how important it is to do well and be successful in high school because the opportunities that come about when it comes to Division 1 hockey scholarships, uh, basically it correlates to the better your grades are in high school, the more opportunity you're going to get, the more scouts that can recruit you. And like I said, lucky enough, I had some really good grades and I was able to connect with a couple different schools and ended up at Canisius College. And I just can't stress it enough. The importance of putting in the time, and it's just as important in putting in the time now at like currently in high school as to putting it in college. Because if you don't put in the time and you don't get the good grades in high school, you won't even be able to get those opportunities at the college hockey level.
Yeah. And just like as all these coaches, mentors, parents, they all preach that what you do and what you put into it, especially in your younger days, is what you become, whether near future or even as you come as I guess, a young man or young woman kind of thing. Is all your experiences add up, and that shapes who you are, and what you do. So yeah, all important, great stories, experiences that you shared today. It's very helpful. Glad to have you on, and yeah, just want to wish you luck going into this season, sophomore season, and we'll definitely be following you. Do you have anything else that you want to add lastly for the followers?
No, I just like to say thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure. Uh, to all the young kids out there, just keep working hard, keep dreaming, keep striving to your goals, long term, short term, but do whatever you can to be better each day to make that jump to the next level.
For sure. Okay, thanks a lot, Keaton.
Thanks, Mar.